Last week, the publicity machine for Marvel's upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie was fired up, but by the end of the week they discovered there is such a thing as bad publicity. After building some buzz on the comic book side at New York Comic-Con by announcing yet another Guardians of the Galaxy title, third time's the charm, Marvel hoped to pique mainstream interest by leaking the list of actors testing for the lead role of half-human, half-alien Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. News that I found pretty exciting, as two of the actors I suggested Warner Brothers scoop up for their Justice League movie, Jim Sturgess and Lee Pace, made the cut. Talent is slipping through your fingers, DC Cinematic Universe! Sturgess and Pace are apparently competing with Joel Edgerton, Eddie Redmayne, and Jack Houston. And anyone who watches Boardwalk Empire knows that last option is the riskiest and most exciting choice. Garrett Hedlund, James Marsden, and Sullivan Stapleton are also said to be in the mix, with that last choice looking the most like Steve McNiven's redesign of Quill. He used to wear a full face mask, but now Marvel Studios needs him to be a heartthrob. So anyway, as the internet buzzed about this potential casting, I began to get a few emails from some of my female viewers who were spectacularly pissed off about a 2011 post on Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn's website. The post was the result of a poll he'd held for superheroes you most want to have sex with, and I was told it was beyond bad taste. I tried to click the link I'd been sent, but lo and behold, the post had been removed from Gunn's site. Had Gunn's team averted a disaster? Nope. Slowly but surely I began to see the story pop up on various comic book and entertainment news websites, fueled by geek girl website The Mary Sue, which wasn't about to let Gunn escape the court of public opinion. I've included a link to the Mary Sue article in the video description, which highlights Gunn's crude and graphic commentary that's being called misogynistic and homophobic, and that I can't repeat here. However, while female readers were appalled and launched an online campaign to get Marvel to fire him, many male readers quickly jumped to Gunn's defense. After all, this is a guy who got his start at Troma Entertainment and had a web series on Spike.com called PG Porn. These readers said Gunn's post was simply a joke, and if others didn't appreciate his humor, that didn't mean Gunn should be kicked off of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I thought long and hard about both arguments, and I'd have to say that I'm in agreement that Gunn should be fired. Why? Well, first off, even with his apology late in the week to GLAAD, this will haunt the movie forever if he stays on. Second, to all those saying that an artist's work shouldn't be judged by his actions, look at what happened to Lars von Trier when he said he sympathized with Adolf Hitler. Melancholia's awards chances shriveled up immediately, and the film didn't get any Golden Globe or Oscar nominations. Furthermore, Marvel and Disney have a brand to protect, and how can a movie aimed largely at families have a director who says things like this, even in jest? Sure, as some of you pointed out, Robert Downey Jr. has had his own rough past, but he cleaned up his act before becoming Iron Man. If he fell off the wagon in similarly spectacular fashion to what Gunn's done here, you can be sure we'd be having a similar discussion. Plus, the only person Downey Jr. ever hurt was himself. And that brings me to my final point. Gunn's comments mirror a nasty streak in the fanboy world that, while small, is very deeply rooted. As Dark Horse editor Rachel Edidin pointed out in her own blog, if Gunn's list is satire, it's bad satire because it skews incredibly close to material that's not only already out there, but that comes from official media and in some cases industry professionals. There's a significant slice of the comics community that is misogynist and homophobic and says so loudly and frequently. It's telling, I think, that so many took what Gunn wrote at face value. This is material we've seen before, again and again presented seriously. One can't help but wonder if people would still defend Gunn if his comments were racist or anti-patriotic instead of misogynistic and homophobic. So that's my opinion. What do you think? Be sure to respectfully share your own thoughts down below. Don't pull a James Gunn. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.